With Halloween fast approaching, many of us are going to be carving pumpkins this weekend. So today, Kara Klippage, otherwise known as the Pumpkin Queen of Cambridge, is here. She's going to show us some pro-level tips for carving the best pumpkin possible. And this year, Kara is doing live carvings at Pumpkins After Dark. That's an event in Milton, Ontario, with more than 10,000 pumpkins on display. Kara, we're so lucky to have you here. Thanks for being here on your morning.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, let's start with the basics first, because I noticed it as soon as these came into the studio. These are the perfect pumpkins. How do you choose a good pumpkin?
How do I choose a good pumpkin for a jack-o'-lantern? You want to choose one that has very soft or no ridges at all.
So smooth?
The flatter, the smoother, the better.
Okay.
Something like this with the big ridges.
This is less desirable.
Is going to have a hard time transferring your pattern on, which we're going to talk about. It's too bumpy. You don't want to do it. You also want to choose one that's a light shade of orange.
Okay.
They're a little softer. Anything that's really dark and ridgy will be too hard to carve through to do intricate designs.
Listen, you've been carving pumpkins for 17 years, so I trust everything you have to say. The messy part, the gutting part. What are the best tools for gutting out a pumpkin? Because there's lots of options out there, but what do you use?
So I use a serrated spoon to do my scooping.
This is what you need.
The only time
Lindsey,
you want to
are you
use a kitchen knife would be to open the top. You want to carve, cut out the top.
So it's got the
nice
ridges
sharp.
here.
Using your spoon to scoop out your guts with a serrated edge.
Yeah.
I also use a pumpkin gutter.
Can I?
On the end of my drill, which will spin, scoop the guts out, and also shave down the sides of the pumpkin
so
on the inside.
You just put this in and you were nice and you pre-gutted these pumpkins
I did pre-gut them nice and clean inside. So.
Okay. All right. Yeah, and it does a beautiful job. I mean, you can see the inside, it's very smooth. So once you pick a design, and that's part of the process, then you're going to transfer it onto the pumpkin. What is the best method?
Choosing my designs, lots of stuff printable on the internet that I use. I print my pattern out, I cut it shape size, and I use a specific transfer paper that's available to be purchased online as well. The two of them together, you can see I've taped them onto the pumpkin.
And the blue paper's behind, right?
Yeah, the transfer paper's behind. And then
listen, you and I are very petite, and these tables are very high, but you're doing a good job of reaching.
You want to trace out the pattern, just follow it. If you didn't have the transfer paper, you could use just the pattern taped on, and then from a store-bought kit as well, you can get a poker and just punch like a dot to dot. When you remove the pattern off the pumpkin, you would have the same type of effect with little dots. But
see it there.
I have put on a piece of transfer
you did
paper.
It for us.
Piece of transfer
this
paper.
is why you are the queen. All right, we want to carve a little bit. So you've left a little spot for us here. I'm going to get the camera to come around behind. I'm going to turn this so you and I can reach it. What are the best tools, Kara, for carving pumpkins?
So I use a hobby saw, a craft hobby saw in a specific holder. This knife I purchased online as well. If you didn't have, there are...
in the front?
Yeah.
It's okay.
There are
those kinds.
Some that you can get in a kit, still equally as well. You want to look for one with small, fine, sharp tips. They come inside the kits with the poker as well, the spoon usually too. But that I've ordered online.
Okay.
So it's my favorite.
Oh, why is it your favorite?
It's soft, flexible. It'll get in all those little small spaces. You'll see later some of the...
How accurate and easy it is with that tool.
Yeah.
This is way better than a steak knife.
Yes, you never want to use anything from the kitchen drawer.
Oh,
I suggest going out to the grocer or having a look around in one of your retail spots to find.
And then you just use a pen? Oh, yeah. You clean up. Oh, that's good. Kara, what are the best options for lighting your pumpkin? Once they have all of this carved out and it's beautifully done, how do you show it off to the best light?
You can illuminate with an LED light, something you can purchase and light up with a battery.
Okay.
Depending on how many you carve, like at my house, I carve quite a few jack-o'-lanterns.
You 17 or something, right?
The most I've ever carved was 150.
What? Wow.
So, but I at home use...
Now, this is a cool tip.
Use
scented candles.
A jarred scented candle. It masks the odor of the pumpkin smell. So just imagine 150 jack-o'-lanterns at my house. You're going to smell the aroma of the scented candles.
It really would be like pumpkin spice lattes at your house. How else do you display pumpkins if you're not going to go through this carving process?
If you're a little bit early and you don't want to open your jack-o'-lantern too early, you can always do a painted piece. Sometimes a jack-o'-lantern piece.
You made a CTV for us, thank you.
Is better to illuminate it with color. You can bring it inside. When you're ready for your jack-o'-lantern, you can always gut, and cut out that design.
Oh, I love it. Kara, this is so great. A reminder, if you want to see more of Kara's amazing designs, you can check out her work at Pumpkins After Dark. That happens in Milton until Halloween, October 31st. Kara, this has been fun.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.